The Guaranteed Rate Bassmaster Elite at the Mississippi River is sponsored by Minn Kota, Humminbird, Yamaha, Ranger Boats, Power Pole, Nitro Boats, Berkeley, Skeeter Boats, Mercury, and by Toyota. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Dave Mercer.
It is a Monday, La Crosse, Wisconsin. I thought it was going to be me and like 12 people sitting here in this beautiful baseball stadium, but you guys showed up here today, and on behalf of everybody at B.A.S.S, we love you for coming out here on the final day of 2022's Bassmaster Elite Series. And we have given away a lot of hardware this week. Earlier this week, we awarded our Falcon Rods Rookie of the Year, and of course, Jay Shakurik won that. What a season he had. 22 years old, he started his season here. He became the youngest Elite Series champion in history. He weighed in the most weight in the history of smallmouth bass tournaments, 102 pounds, 8 ounces, and he's our Falcon Rods Rookie of the Year. And those of you that were here yesterday, you saw a very special moment where Brandon Palaniuk became a 2-time Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. And when you win a big award like that, I mean, you don't leave town. You hang out, you party, and you have a good time. So I'm happy to let you know Brandon Palaniuk is still here. Let's bring him out right now. 2-time Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year from Rathdrum, Idaho. He's running, okay? I'll just bring all his accolades. He's a 6-time Bassmaster winner. He is a 2-time Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year, a former Bass Nation National Champion from Rathdrum, Idaho, the prodigy Brandon Palaniuk. Whew. I'm glad you've accomplished a lot, because when I started to introduce you, I saw you sprinting around the trailer there. Yep. And if you hadn't accomplished so much, it would have been an awkward silence up here. But man, what a career you've had, and basically 24 hours to kind of absorb what went down yesterday. And what's the last 24 hours been like for you, Brandon?
It has been a whirlwind. It's been a little busy. I have tried to start getting through all my text messages and my social media messages, and I don't even think I'm a third of the way through. I keep scrolling and responding and scrolling and responding, and we're getting there, but it's been pretty cool. I was back there shooting photos of the guys when you started announcing my name, so that's why I was running up here.
Well, you'll get back to doing your photography here in a few minutes, but man, an incredible honor to become a 2-time Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. And one of the questions I never asked you on stage yesterday, was there a point in the season, a day, a moment in the season where I know how positive you are. I know from the first cast that's your goal. But was there a point in the season where you started to think, man, this might really happen?
When we left Florida and my worst finish was a 26th, I knew that I had a shot because I no longer had to dig myself out of that hole. When I won in 2017, I left Florida with like 104th place or 105th place finish. And then my next worst one after that was 18th. And I knew coming out of Florida with the best start I'd ever had that I would have a shot because of that. Like, I was gaining a head start. Even though I wasn't leading at that time, I was leading personally from where I was. And then when I was able to complete Pickwick and qualify for all 4 days there and then drive home and have Cora be born, I knew that something special was happening, and it wasn't just by coincidence.
Something special definitely happened. But when you win a title like this, I mean, you were once a little kid looking up at anglers achieving things and saying, man, one day I want to be there. I'm going to give you an opportunity. A lot of people watching right now that are looking at you thinking that very thing. How do they get here? I mean, you came from a state that nobody, very few. I mean, there's 16 from Idaho. There is 16 Bassmaster qualifications from the state of Idaho. He has 11 of them, ladies and gentlemen. So you hear from people that I'm from somewhere where this doesn't happen. It's not easy for me, and it wasn't easy for you. But how does the future generation get to be the future prodigy?
B.A.S.S, they have set it up. Like, the platforms are out there if you're willing to go put in the effort and the work to do it. And you really have two options to stand on this stage. You have the Bassmaster Opens, or you have the route that I took, which was called the Bass Federation. It's the Bass Nation now. And you have your state qualifiers. Wisconsin has a phenomenal Bass Nation chapter. They've done a really good job. And being a kid from Idaho, I didn't have the funds or the time to travel and fish the Opens. I had to work to support my fishing habit. And that was the only option I had, right? I qualified for the Idaho State team. It took me 7 years of fishing the Bass Nation. I started when I was 16. That was before high school fishing, before college fishing. I'm not that old, but high school and college fishing is even younger. So the Bass Nation gave me that platform, right, where I could qualify, I could work between events, save up my money, make it to the divisionals, win divisionals, and then make it to national championship, and I won the national championship. And I've never looked back. I haven't had to work a normal job since.
It's been pretty awesome to watch. And I think your entire Elite Series career, you have been a Team Yamaha pro, and I know Yamaha's very excited to see you win this title here, and I'd like to bring up from Yamaha, Roxanne Flores with a special presentation, Yamaha Power Pay, another $15,000. Well, now that they gave you a check for $15,000, you better say something real nice about Yamaha.
I can say a million great things about them. It actually chokes me up. The very first bass boat I ever stepped foot on was a Skeeter 195ZX with a Yamaha VMAX 200 on the back. And that was the very first bass boat I ever stepped foot on. And I've never ran anything other than a Yamaha. Like, my entire life, I've never ran anything other than a Yamaha. And if anyone stands at the check-in every day, 9 times out of 10, I'm the last guy to check in. I probably hold the record for the most times of the last minute that we're able to use. So if you check in at 3, you have till 3 o'clock and 59 seconds. Quite often I use that extra 59 seconds. But the only way you do that is by having equipment that is reliable, that you can count on. And that's exactly what Yamaha is. I don't worry about running back to the back of my boat, turning the key, and my motor starting. I don't have to worry about that. And that's why I'm able to do that. And that's why I say I win more tournaments on my last cast than I do on my first cast.
An amazing inspiration in so many ways. Let's hear it for two-time Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year, Brandon Palaniuk. He didn't catch anything today. I didn't want to bring that. He wasn't in the tournament today. But we have a bunch of anglers left in this event. We started with 90 anglers, cut it down to 47, and only 10 remain here today. We're going to have our top 10 weigh in here in just a few minutes. For those of you that haven't been doing Elite Series weigh-in before, here's how it works. They weigh in reverse order, so 10th through 1st, and the goal is to sit in our Yeti hot seat for as long as possible. The longer you sit there, the more money you make. The only way you can sit in the Yeti hot seat is to take over the lead. And at the very end, it's going to be like the original American Idol. We're going to put 2 anglers up here. One of them's going to win, and the other one's going to do the different thing, okay? But I need you guys to make lots and lots of noise for them as they come here today. Once again, I got to thank all of you. Like, really, I was talking to Jeremiah, our host from Explore La Crosse, and he's from this area, and even he said, wow, the people of La Crosse showed up here today on a Monday. I don't know how you all got out of school, work, or whatever your commitments were, but I don't really care. I'm just thankful that you're here. And are you guys ready to have a good time? All right, I need you to make lots and lots of noise. And as you know, when I spin this towel, I want you to get really, really loud. And we're going to test that out. I'm not going to forget today. I forgot yesterday. But a very important person, the most important person of the weigh-in. You can't weigh fish without the weigh master. So let's bring up our tournament director, LT, Lisa Talmadge. I'm sorry I forgot about you yesterday, but I got all excited. There was a lot of awards and a lot of hoopla, and I'll never do that again.
It's okay. I'll let you off the hook.
We've had a great week here this week, Lisa.
We really have. It's been a great event, and thank you guys so much for coming out. I mean, like you said, do you guys work today on a Monday? No. Thank you so much for coming out. But before we do get started, I always like to thank our hosts because we couldn't do this without great hosts. So I want to thank Explore La Crosse, and I was working with, yes, thank you. And then I was working with Jeremiah B.A.S.S. He is so awesome. Every time I call him, he's on it. So thank you, Jeremiah. I appreciate you wherever you are. Thank you.
He's right over there in the blue shirt. He's a hugger, ladies and gentlemen. If you're happy the Elite Series is here, go give Jeremiah a hug at some point today. Nobody's going to hug him, but just say thank you if you would.
And then also, what a cool setup. Isn't this awesome? Thank the Logger Stadium and all the people there that allowed us to do that. So let's give them a round of applause. Hopefully we can do this at other places as well. This is pretty sweet. Also, I want to thank our volunteer coordinator, the Wisconsin Bass Nation president, Jeremiah Shaver, for rounding up all the volunteers. And thank you to all the volunteers. Thank you. Yes, let's give them a round of applause. And this is our last event, so a huge, huge shout out and thank you to all the Bass staff that travel around to all these events. Let's give them a round of applause. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You guys ready? Yeah. All right, let's go.
All right, I'll let you set up the scale. Ladies and gentlemen, this season started 200 days ago in Palaniuk, Florida, and we are 10 anglers away from wrapping up the 2022 Bassmaster Elite Series. What a season it has been. We had 3 tournaments won by over 100 pounds. 8 anglers weighed over 100 pounds in Bassmaster events. It has been an incredible season. We're getting the scale set up, and as soon as we are ready, we're good to go. Are you ready? Let's get ready to weigh! Our very first angler was in the mix all week long in our Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year race. What a season he has had, and it looks like he capped it off with a big championship Monday. An incredible 2022. 2 wins this year, one in the Opens, one in the Elite Series. He's an 8-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Fayetteville, Tennessee, the always lethal Brandon Lester. Went out in 10th place, and he's not going to be in 10th place anymore. 42 pounds, 15 ounces. He needs 5 pounds, 12 ounces to take the lead. 5 all alive. 18 pounds, 7 ounces. He weighs in the VMC Monster Bag of the tournament, the biggest bag we've seen all week on Championship Monday. Boom! Boom shakalaka, giant bass. Double guns loaded for Brandon Lester. 18-7, the VMC monster bag of the tournament. Biggest bag previous to that was 17-10, weighed in by Brian Schmitt on day number 1. That one, 4 pounds, 11 ounces, going to take over Phoenix Boats Big Bass. And a takeoff this morning, you know, you were in 10th place. You said, I got to move up a few spots to make sure I solidify second place in Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. I'm pretty sure you did that.
Man, it was an awesome day. How many people watched Bassmaster live today? Gosh, it was fun out there. You know, about halfway through the day, I had this little spot. It's a backwater deal. There's a bunch of big ones in there, and I caught them the first day out on the edge of that deal. They were kind of schooling. Bunch of bait in there. Well, the last 2 days it's been rainy and that water came up a little bit. So I got in there and I just kept pushing in further and pushing in further, and all of a sudden that water got clean and I started seeing fish swimming around, and the first mat I came to, it was lights out with a frog. Gosh, it was so much fun. Man, that just kind of puts an exclamation point on an amazing year. I mean, that's the kind of things that have happened to me this year. Man, it's just been awesome. I hate to see it end because it's been going. I literally stopped out here with 20 minutes left. I pitched my jig up by a dock pole, and I caught a 3-pounder and made a call with 20 minutes to go. I mean, it's just stuff like that, man. You can't make it up. It's God has blessed me far beyond anything I could ever imagine. It ain't been that long ago. I was just like one of these kids right here that just wanted to fish professionally. So, man, I'm just glad to be here. It's been an amazing season.
It's been an amazing season, and it's been an honor calling your amazing season, but it's not over yet because you're leading our tournament and you're going to load our Yeti hot seat, and I know you want to stay there as long as possible. Let's hear it for him, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, let's get our next angler heading this way. He is a member of a multi-generational angling dynasty, a 7-time FLW Tour winner, a 2-time Classic qualifier from Clewiston, Florida, Scott Martin. Started the day with 43 pounds and 6 ounces because of the incredible job done by Brandon Lester, and he's 18-1 to take the lead. 12 pounds, 12 ounces. He moves into second place with 56 pounds and 2 ounces. Get loud for the Skeeter Yamaha Pro from Clewiston, Florida. 56 pounds, 2 ounces. I mean, a great tournament. He kind of smashed him today. But you came in here needing a big event, and you did exactly what you needed to do. I mean, I don't know if it's official yet, but I would imagine at the end of this, it's all going to be official, and you'll be back in the Bassmaster Classic, and that's the whole reason you came here.
Well, I tell you what, you said it this morning blasting off. You said 2-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, and so that was awesome. You know, it was stressful coming into this one. I'm not going to lie. You know, I figured I needed to finish in the top 30, and that's extremely hard against these guys. And but this fishery, I love it. It's my style of fishing. You know, I hope we come here every single year. You know, it's awesome. The Crosse is great. The food's great. The fans are great, and this river's awesome. So, you know, it was a good week. You know, we're gonna finish on a high note. We started on a high note, and looking forward to next year. And just want to say hi to my wife and my kids at home. I fished hard for you. I'm gonna win a blue trophy. One day, I'm going to win a blue trophy. So, we got next year to go try for it. Appreciate all the support, guys. Thank you so much.
I don't think anyone doubts that. Awesome to have you here. And I think you're going to be here for a little while, dude.
I hope so. Longer you sit here, the more money you make. So, baby girl needs some new shoes.
She does need some new shoes? Okay, well, we'll see how this works out. But your Team Toyota teammate, he's pretty good, this next guy.
Oh, he definitely is. G catches them all over the place. Been catching them for a long time, so he's definitely a heavy hitter.
He is a heavy hitter. Let's get him heading this way. He is a Bassmaster Open winner, a 20-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a 2-time Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year from Guntersville, Alabama, the incomparable G-Man, Gerald Swindle. 43 pounds and 7 ounces at the start of the day today. 5 fish here today, looking for 18 even. 12 pounds, 8 ounces. He moves into third place with 55 pounds and 15 ounces. And, finishing the season on the final day, you extended it as long as possible. Not going to win here this week, but, man, anytime you get here on the final day, this season ended a few days ago for half our field, but you're still fighting here, and, the crowd loves having you.
Man, I appreciate it. It's always good to have the fan support and go out and fish on a championship Monday or championship Sunday and have a chance to win. Even though we left 5 pounds out, I knew that there's still opportunity. I fished in the lower pool, and as I was really boasting about the guys at the lock yesterday, but it was the guys at lock 8 as you go down into pool 9 who have been so good to us. They drilled it again this morning, got us through. I just think I run out of fish in there. I've caught 50 to 75 fish a day in this area, and I don't know if they've gotten smarter. They need some dental floss or something for their teeth, because I about jacked every one of them in the face. But I run out of big ones, and I started working my way back. Once you get to the 12-pound mark, you're thinking I got to have something big to happen, but it just didn't happen. I didn't make any mistakes. I fished a clean tournament. I thought going into this tournament that 14 pounds a day may win, and I thought that's what I could catch down there, and that's what I did. So for my strategy, I fished a winning tournament. I just don't get the winning check. You just wasn't in the right area, but it's always fun. 2022 is good. How you folks feeling today? Now, why ain't y'all all at work? That's what I want to know. Is it drink time? Somebody says drink time. I didn't know if everybody's off on parole like my family. Half my family got to go to the PO officer on Monday, so we don't like to work on Mondays, and Friday they usually biting or deer's moving, so we don't like to work on Friday. But Tuesday through Thursday, the Swindles are real aggressive around my place working, I can tell you. Guys, thank y'all so much. My time on this tour has been so awesome. I look forward to the next couple of years, but to see all the fan support, some of the gifts I've been given this week, everything from a college kid giving me a jersey. I've had more people give me money to go with the kids, $20 from South Dakota to pay it forward. I'm always blown away, Dave, by the fans. And I want to take this just for a second. Give me this. This guy will never brag on himself, but as we stood back here yesterday, everybody starts coming out. Dave Mercer's behind this. He's got us lined up. You hear all those stats and those facts he's spitting. He's not reading it. He don't have a cue card. He's just rattling it off. And KJ Queen said, he's good, ain't he? I said, no, he's the best. And we're grateful to have him.
The incomparable G-Man, Gerald Swindle. Now, to avoid embarrassment in addressing his words, I'll just tell our next angler to roll forward. He is a former collegiate angler, 2 seasons on the Bassmaster Elite Series and 2 Bassmaster Classic qualifications from North Carolina, KJ Queen. 43 pounds and 10 ounces as of this morning. 5 fish to add that here today. 12 pounds, 2 ounces, gives him 55 pounds, 12 ounces, and KJ Queen moves into 4th place. KJ, another year on the Elite Series, and man, your Elite Series career is kind of hitting cruise control. Another classic, brand new babies just a few months ago, twins, and man, if those babies need a new set of shoes, you've done your job this week.
I did do my job, and it's funny, my wife actually went out and got a new pair of shoes for them just the other day, so I covered my butt on that one. But man, it's been an awesome year this year, getting to travel all over the place. This crowd here is awesome. I love coming to places and be able to see all the awesome, cool people and all the turnout, and to be here on day 4, it truly is a blessing. I really want to say a special thanks to all my sponsors. I couldn't be here without them. They make this possible, and man, I can't look forward to go to the Classic. I'm fired up about it.
Have you ever competed on a fishery where literally watching live this week, it looked like anglers could fish whatever way they wanted? Like if I lived here, I don't know that I would ever throw anything other than a frog, but it is like you can catch them any way you want here. This is just one of the most diverse fisheries we've ever visited.
It is, no doubt. And what I did this week, I targeted fish. I talked to Bob Downey in pre-practice, and he's like, man, think of it as a small Kentucky lake, because I've never been here before. I've never been to La Crosse, never fished in Wisconsin up this far before, and I was like, all right, well, I'll fish it like Kentucky Lake. And I went out and actually fished grass flats and everything else, and I found a few fish to get me here today. And I was throwing a queen tackle switchblade, and I think the key was having that queen tackle switchblade, that tungsten hitting that blade, and it's just something different because these fish are pressured. They get a lot of pressure, and having something different definitely helped me excel to top 10. So I'm fired up about it.
Before you ride off to the off season, I have to ask you, the Queen Machine, his van that he lived in for a very long time, and nobody wants to go in it because we're not sure what it smells like in there, but now the Queen Machine, you told me the last term you're not using the Queen Machine anymore because, I mean, you do have twin babies and stuff. Are there modifications on the Queen Machine, or is it going to be retired?
It's not retired. It's going to be back in season. We're going to have that sucker loaded down next year. It'll be all four of us.
I can't wait to see it. Let's hear it for KJ Queen. And let's get our next angler heading this way. He's a former FLW Tour Rookie of the Year, a former FLW Tour Champion, a former Elite Series Rookie of the Year, and an Elite Series Champion from Georgia, Drew Benton. Had 44 pounds and 2 ounces to start the day. 5 fish to add to that here today. 10 pounds and an ounce gives you 54 pounds and 3 ounces. He moves into 5th place currently, and this is going to call an end to an incredible season on the Elite Series once again for you.
Yeah, it really was. It was my best season so far on the Elite Series, my best season since I started this career, and I'm just truly blessed to be able to do it. I have some of the best sponsors a guy could ask for. They're all like family to me. And my family back home, they support me so well. I'm just anxious to get back to them. It's been a long 2 weeks on the road without my kids and a week without my wife. I'm ready to get back and see them for sure. I'm going to enjoy the off season. We're going to try to put some blood on the ground. That's my favorite thing to do is kill deer or hunt big deer. And we're going to try to do that and kind of recharge the batteries. And we'll be back next year and hopefully be in his shoes a little bit more.
This season was so good for you. I mean, why? Why did this season stand out to you as such a great year? You know what I mean? It just seemed event after event, nothing got you this year.
I just had a lot of fun this year. It's such a grind doing what we do. And if you're not having a good time and having fun, it's hard to be competitive. And I went back to having a good time and having fun and just started catching them. And it just snowballed after that. And once you're having a good time and you're catching them, you roll with it and you got the momentum and it just falls into place after that.
I live in a land similar to this that gets covered in snow, and we have to spend a lot of time living vicariously through people like you on YouTube. And you have one of my favorite YouTube series. Maybe you can plug it here right now.
Yeah, me and Drew Cook, we have our little cut line series. It's kind of a behind the scenes of what goes on as we travel, the country doing these events. And we work together at these events. I fished a couple of his places today and caught some of those fish and vice versa. And it just shows how we work together at each one of these tournaments and how we make a living as a team doing this.
It's a great series and a great season. Congratulations. I'm starting to get concerned that you have absolutely destroyed our championship Monday.
Somebody had to, I guess.
That's a great answer. It really is. Let's get our next angler heading this way. A fellow member of Team Toyota. He's a 3-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a 2-time FLW Tour winner from Shelby, North Carolina, Matt Arey. 3 Toyota Pros here fishing on Championship Monday, the final day of school for 2022 for the Elite Series. 5 fish today, 12 pounds, 10 ounces. He moves into second place with 57 pounds and 10 ounces. $57 pounds, 10 ounces, 313 short of the overall lead. But man, you finish on a high note here. What a way to finish. And man, you've had a great season yourself, right in the top 10 for Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. Man, you can't ask for any more than that, but I know you want to hold the trophy, but you will one day.
Everybody wants to hold a blue trophy. Let's be honest. But phenomenal year. Yeah, we wrapped up, I think, 6th in the ALY standings, and this is actually our first top 10 this year, though. So good year. We made the Bassmaster Classic. That's always the goal. Phenomenal river, y'all. Y'all got something special here. I said this yesterday. This place is amazing. It's chock full of fish. You can do whatever you want. I mean, I went flipping 6 inches of water today and caught them. I went throwing top water for smallmouth today and caught them. Drug a Carolina rig and we won't say that. We won't talk about dragging a Carolina rig. That's not as fun as top water and flipping. But we want to say a big shout out to the true VIP of Team Arey, and that's my wife Emily at home. Her and the girls are watching. Sweetie, I'm going to start the drive tonight. I won't finish it tonight, but I'll be home tomorrow. And big shout out to a close friend of mine. They had their little boy this morning. So Kyle and Catherine, congratulations. They had their baby boy. I know they probably have him when I was gone, but I'll get to see him soon as I get home.
Safe travels home, but before you go, I got to ask you, what's the off-season plans for you?
Well, that's pretty obvious. I think every guy up here is a big hunter for the most part, and the guys that don't hunt in the off-season, they fish. But I tell you, I told my cameraman Trey today, I said, man, if I catch one on this last cast, it might be my last bass of 2022. And he looked at me kind of funny. And I said, no, I'm serious, man. I hang my rods up for about 3 months solid. I spend a lot of time with the family, spend a lot of time in the woods, and that's and I picked up pickleball, by the way. Anybody play pickleball? Well, everybody looks at me weird when I say that. They're like, that's an old person's sport. I said, no, it's a lot of fun. You ought to try it. Got addicted to that about 6 months ago, so it's good cardio. But, yeah, a big shout-out to sponsors. Toyota first and foremost. If you hadn't driven a 22 Tundra, man, go buy your local dealer and try one out. It's an amazing vehicle. But Lunkertex, I won't go through all my sponsors, but if you're not signed up for Lunkertex, go to lunkertex.com and do it. It's free to sign up. You get a text to your phone, you respond with a number, we ship it to your doorstep. Save 50% on just about every deal that we send out. So if you're not signed up for Lunkertex, you're missing out and spending too much money.
Happy hunting and pickleballing. We'll see you at the Bassmaster Classic. Let's get our next angler heading this way. He's a former Bassmaster Open champion, a Bassmaster Open Angler of the Year. He won the first Elite Series event he fished from South Carolina, Brian New. 45 pounds and 5 ounces as of this morning. He needs 16.2 to take the lead. 5 fish here on Championship Monday. 14 pounds, 6 ounces. He moves into second place with 59 pounds, 11 ounces. Just 1 pound, 12 ounces short of the overall lead. Get loud for Brian New. Brian New moves into second place with 59 pounds, 11 ounces. And, man, key adjustments today paid off for you because it started a little slow.
There ain't nothing little about it. There was a lot of little bass and no keepers. Man, that was making the top 10 in the last 2 events. Just the last event is an awesome way to end the season. But, man, that last day to come in with 0, you can't fall lower than 10th, but that's a bad way to end the season. And, man, I wouldn't really say my wheels were spinning. I definitely didn't spin out, but, boy, I was scratching my head. And, I finally made a good adjustment. It don't matter how many bad decisions you make, as long as you make one good one. And you know, that's what I did today was I made one good one, and all week I made a few every day. And, you know, very thankful whatever I had, 14 something, and man, it wasn't looking pretty. It wasn't. It was, what is it we don't do?
Don't suck.
Yeah, we were. We were.
You were for a while, yeah.
But we didn't at the end of the day. And that's what's awesome about this sport is it don't matter how bad you do all day long. You just got to do good at the end. And whatever's on paper is what matters. And, man, it's been an awesome season. Had a lot of highs, 1 or 2 lows. Hopefully next year we don't have any lows. We just have some highs and maybe a few higher highs. My beautiful wife, she does so much behind the scenes, you know, at home, at the tournaments. I'm ready to get home, see my family, see my mom, see my little girl, see my sweet dog with her little mean dog over there. He might be cute, but he's a little biter.
Well, he's a biter?
Yeah, I might stick him on you.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah, but, man, we're, I don't know. I'm looking forward to next year. I'm glad that it's over, but about 2 weeks I'm going to be ready to go again. I'm fishing the Open at Hartwell in a few weeks, and that'll be fun. And I'm looking forward to striper season. Me and Todd are going to go out there on Murray and get busy on them.
Looking forward to hearing about that. I have to apologize to you because on Bass Live today I did call you a liar, blatant liar on Bass Live because you were sucking, and he doesn't want to suck. I mean, he sells shirts that say "Don't suck." That's how much he doesn't want to suck. But you were sucking bad, and then and we were watching Schmitt, and he said, "I just talked to New, and New said he's got nothing." And then I looked at Bass Track, and I'm like, New is a liar because he is a limit. But that's how fast you caught him when you got on him. Why were the fish grouped up so much here? Is that just the fishery?
You know, it seems like, you know, I don't have a ton of experience on river systems, but it seems like to me, especially this late in the year, and what I seen this week, the fish were on bait. The first day I had them on one little one cast place, and I caught them. The second day I caught one there, and there was bait there. The second day I caught them on one little place, and yesterday I caught them on that same little place. Today there was nothing on that little place, and then today I found another little place. I actually found it in practice, and well, I didn't find it. Schmitt gave it to me, and hey, that's what friends are for. Hopefully somebody's gonna win this tournament. Heck, it might be Brandon. Look, he's looking pretty good over there, ain't he? I don't know about looking good, but he looks comfortable. But hey, awesome job to Brandon, to everybody out here, but to the other Brandon Palaniuk, awesome job. Congratulations to him, and everybody's probably getting tired of hearing me talking.
Yeah, probably, but it didn't suck. So thank you, and congrats on a great season.
I know I made a lot of people mad. Maybe not mad, but like, this guy's a fool. Maybe at Lake Fork or Chickamauga. But hey, I say a lot of things that I shouldn't say. Ask my wife. I say what I'm thinking. And hey, one thing you're going to get from me is the truth.
Okay, I won't call you a liar, Kevin.
But I love Wisconsin. I love lacrosse, and I love all of y'all.
Look at how he's growing as an angler. Let's get our next angler heading this way. He is a former Bassmaster Open winner, a Bassmaster Classic qualifier, an Elite Series champion from Maryland, Brian Schmitt. 46 pounds and 9 ounces as of this morning. He needs 14-14 to take over the Yeti hot seat at the guaranteed rate Bassmaster Elite on Mississippi River. Looking for 14 pounds, 14 ounces, 16 pounds, 11 ounces with 63 pounds, 4 ounces. Your day one leader takes over the lead with just 2 anglers left to weigh. With that, we say goodbye to Brandon Lester. An incredible season. We say hello to Brian Schmitt. Man, 63 pounds, 4 ounces, and man, this has been an incredible tournament for you no matter what way it shakes out.
Yes.
I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie, guys. You know, there's a lot on the line right here. You know, we had a magical day, found a magical place, did all we could do, fish clean today. You know, this tournament was well needed. I needed to have a good event. To have a shot at winning is, you know, icing on the cake. But the first day wasn't going good, and Brian New actually waved me over, and I caught 2 really big fish because of him, you know, and that probably put me in position and calmed me down, and I went to another spot and got the day going and pieced it together. All day one, the big bag day one was on a Missile Baits magic worm. And since then, it's been an eclectic group of different baits, and today was all about the Carolina rig, the Baby Destroyer from Missile, and that's the only thing I could get them to bite, really. I caught one on top water because they started blowing up. I mean, it's a magical day when they start blowing up right in front of you. And I don't know, man. My equipment worked good. Everything's good. Hope my wife and family's watching. All of my friends back home support me all the time. Y'all know how hard I work at this, you know, and hopefully this works out.
Now, I know you're talking on live today. You got to get out of here quick and get home for a 9-year-old birthday party. Is that what it is?
Yes. So, yeah, I slipped up earlier, man. I was so nervous. But my son, his birthday, September 1st, was the best day of my life when he was born, my wife's life as well. And I won't waste any time getting home, win, lose, or draw, spend time with him. I hope you're watching, Dylan. Daddy loves you. I love my baby girl, Olivia, and everything, my mom, everybody. I don't want to get emotional, you know, just yet. You know, let's see how it goes.
Well, let's hear it for him. Before you load the Yeti hot seat, I got to comment something. You came into these last few events needing a big performance. You were in the 70s in Progressive Bassmaster Angler of the Year. You put yourself inside the Bassmaster Classic Cup, which is the ultimate goal. How did you turn it around these last few events?
You know, last year I went out to Hawaii and did some scouting, and that paid off. Hawaii was a solid event. This event here, man, I've been here one other time and had a very good week here as well. I knew I would probably do okay here. You know, I love rivers, but this is just so stressful, guys. If you're not worried about winning an event, you're worried about staying on the Elite Series. You know, you young guys out there that want to do this, you better have big shoulders, buddy. It's a humbling sport. I was out. If the season stopped before Hawaii, you know, I was probably close to being out of the Elite Series, and now I'm well in, and, you know, we're going to hopefully keep it rolling. But it's a humbling deal. You better be ready.
An incredible season and an incredible accomplishment to finish it off. Loads our Yeti hot seat. Let's hear it for your new tournament leader, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, let's get our next angler heading this way. He is an 8-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier, a 3-time TTBC champion, a 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion from Huntington, Texas, Keith Combs. Started the day with 46 pounds and 13 ounces, 5 fish to add to that here today. Looking for 16 pounds, 8 ounces to take the lead. 5 fish all alive. 15 pounds, 2 ounces. He moves into second place, just a pound and 6 ounces short of the overall lead with 61 pounds, 15 ounces. Get loud for Keith Combs. Keith, you left it all out there, man. You came into this event needing the victory to get into the Classic, and a little short of that. But, man, you went out there with a shot, and you left it all out there.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's been a really tough season, so it feels good to get the wheels back under me here, I guess you'd say. But, yeah, I did all I could do, and just came up a little bit short. Never could really dial into the big fish this week. You know, I've caught a ton of fish in that 3-pound range to 3/8 those, and caught those again today. Those are all the same size fish. Just never could figure out how to catch those 4-pounders. But, you know, like I said, it's been a rough season, so to come in with the top 5 or something like that, it's going to be really good for momentum for next season. We got a couple more open, so I'm not out of it yet. One of them's at Rayburn, so, but I got a lot of people to thank. I mean, man, I cannot tell you. Everybody knew kind of how my season was going. I was bummed out. So my friends and family and all my sponsors that have been texting me Yeah, man, I really appreciate that. That means the most to me than anything. Just to go out there and fish really, really hard. I think I fished as hardest I've ever done in my life today, just for them. And besides that, I mean, the people here, this is an awesome crowd. Been awesome all week. I love your river. I hope we come back every year. And like I said, just really everybody that supported me, which will be my friends, family, and sponsors. Couldn't do it without them.
What were the key baits and what was the approach? Did it change throughout the week or was it just one approach?
Well, the water conditions changed. So I had several different areas. You know, some I was throwing a Strike King cutter worm. I had some frog areas in pool 9 that I ran to and some backwater stuff. Everything was current related, though. It had to have a little current trickling through, even if it was a backwater thing. Today and yesterday where I caught my fish, it was a current seam, and I caught those on a Strike King swim jig. Caught a ton of fish. I mean, it's just this morning I think I caught one with every cast for about 45 minutes, so it was just insanity out there. Crazy thing is you can fish through an entire backwater and the fish are in like one place the size of your boat. It's the most amazing thing, and how easily you can miss them, you know. But when you find them here, you got them.
It's an incredible fish. But before you leave the stage, what's your plan for the off season other than winning one of those opens and getting into the Bassmaster Classic?
That's my only plan for the off season. First, we're going to win one of those opens, get to the Classic, and just get ready for next year. I mean, when the schedule gets announced, I got to get back to practicing hard. And I might go deer hunting once or twice. I don't know. But no, just we're not going to have a long off season. It'll be here before we know it. And I got to get ready. I got to catch them.
I'm sure you'll be spending a little time in Whoville. Always great to have you here. Let's hear it for Keith Combs. And with that, we're down to one last angler. But this is an angler you know very, very well. Is he a friend right now?
Oh yeah, win, lose, or draw, we'll be friends, man. You know, I'm happy any way this turns out. Chris is an excellent fisherman. I don't expect nothing but the best from him.
I bet he's going to deliver it. Let's get him heading this way. He is an international angling superstar. The first Canadian ever to win an FLW Tour event. The first Canadian to win a Bassmaster Elite Series event. From Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Chris Johnston. Let's get you guys side by side. He needs 14 pounds, 11 ounces. Started today with 48.10, needs 14 pounds, 11 ounces. 14 pounds, 6 ounces. Brian Schmitt is a two-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Schmitt seals the deal and becomes a two-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Brian, I don't remember a crowd silencing like that, like it was in disbelief between you, the crowd, and everybody, but no reason to disbelief anymore. You were going home to Dylan's birthday party with a beautiful blue trophy, and you were a two-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion.
Can't believe it, man. Can't believe it. My hat's off to everybody in this top 10. You know, I know Chris lost a big in the day. You know, it's that's the game, man. Feel like I accomplished like something crazy right here, man. I can't believe this just happened. Didn't think it was going to happen. Chris had a big lead. I'm just blown away right now.
How did it happen?
It happened, you know, probably day 2. I went to this spot and realized it might have been a little better than we thought. But I think what really truthfully happened, the influx of rain and a lot more current made them go to my spot. Made some fish in the same zone go there. And the same thing happened a few years back when I won here before. It's the same scenario. Blown away, man.
You want to make this official?
Let's make it official.
Let's bring out Lisa Talmadge to do the handoff. The final Elite Series event of 2022. And Schmitt seals the deal, becoming a two-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion. The guaranteed rate, Bassmaster Elite at the Mississippi River, belongs to Brian Schmitt. 2 events ago, you talked about it. Potentially worried about not being part of the Elite Series. Man, not only are you part of the Elite Series, not only are you a 2-time Classic qualifier, but you are a 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Big bass, big stage, big dreams, and you are living them, my friend.
100%, Dave. You had me on your show, and we talked about it there, man. You know, my wife says when my back's against the wall, I always perform. I hope one day I won't let her down on that. You know, this was one that I had to do, and we got it done, man.
You got it done, and you got it done in great fashion. The final day of the Bassmaster Elite Series in 2022. And Brian Schmitt seals the deal, becoming a 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Good. He's a man of few words, does his talking on the scales, ladies and gentlemen. I think he's in a little disbelief. Dreams do come true.
I literally can't believe it. I didn't think I had enough. You know, I knew Chris was going to catch him, man. I know he's hurting right now, but he's a good champion. He's a past champion. He'll win another one.
He sure will. But right now, Schmitt seals the deal. A 2-time Bassmaster Elite Series champion. The guaranteed rate Bassmaster Elite on the Mississippi River belongs to Brian Schmitt. Schmitt seals the deal on a very rare Championship Monday and absolutely seals the deal on the 2022 Bassmaster Elite Series. What a season. 9 incredible champions, 8 bags, 8 winning weights over 100 pounds. This year we've had 8 century belts achieved, 3 different tournaments won by over 100 pounds. An incredible season this year. From coast to coast, the Elite Series delivered, and the good news is our new schedule's coming out this very week. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. The Bassmaster Elite Series may be done for 2022, but 2023 will be even bigger and better. Big bass, big stage, big dreams, and La Crosse, Wisconsin, we love you.